Hello guys and welcome back. Now we can start doing our texturing. One thing I would like to do is bake a better map now. So to the baking, I can change that to 2K. And then also in the baking settings, you choose anti-aliasing and change that to 4x4 and bake. That's gonna take a whole lot longer to bake, but it's gonna give you also a better quality. So let me pause the video and wait for it to finish. Alright, so the baking is finished. It takes me quite a few minutes to go through. But you can see with the anti-aliasing, you can get in closer and see, this just feels a bit better, right? So we can now start to blocking the materials. So we're painting in Substance Painter, we kind of like is based on materials, and even it's like using has a bunch of brushes we can use to paint. The basic idea in Substance Painter is that you paint in a procedural and non-destructive way, and you do some human touch eventually. So the first thing I want to do is block out different materials, right? So have maybe a black leather, a red leather, and maybe the bottom should be a different material. Okay, so let's do that. I'm gonna go ahead and create, or we can drag in some of the material here. We also will have metal, right? We'll have metal. So yeah, we can go to all and search for leather, and we can just steal some of the leather here for now. I drag that over here. So now you can see we have the leather material added. Okay. But again, I don't want it to be anywhere, right? So what I have to do is I have to go create something somewhere, some other material on top to block it. Okay, and also I think it's having too much things. So base color, dirt, and damage. All right, maybe I can deal with those later on. Okay, I can just call this guy leather black. Okay, can change the color to black. You can just right click anywhere to open the attribute editor or the properties window, or it's in here also. Yeah, that's the same thing. I'll change it to something black. Okay, and then I'm gonna drag in this one or this one. Okay, and this is gonna be leather red. Okay, see, all right, and then for the leather red, maybe it's too big size wise, so I'm gonna change the scale to something smaller. And also I want it to be only happening on the back cushion. So what I do is Control G to give it a group and name this guy, actually name this guy leather red. Okay, and this is gonna be leather. Okay, and then grab this guy, right click, add a black mask, and then right click on it and add a color selection. Okay, and then we can use color selection to select the ID. Okay, so we can go use pick color and just grab that. Okay, you can see now it's only going to be on the back. Hopefully. I think it's still affecting the front for some reason. Oh, I have a leather here. Let me grab that leather and put it into the, or I don't want to change the base color here. So let me change it. I don't think they're using the same thing. So oh, let me close that here. Oh, because it's reading that as the color. That's why. When you select something here, it's automatically filling in there. Oh yeah, that's why. So I'm just gonna lower that down. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we have the red part. Okay. Now I think maybe I can add that red also to this back piece. So I'm gonna go to color selection, pick again, and I can pick the back. Okay, you can see how convenient it is to use the color ID map. All right. Now what else? The base should have a different color, right? So I'm gonna again find something else. You can also see I'm organizing everything in a group because I can do whatever in the group. The mask we're gonna take care of the where it's gonna be appear, right? So the base can be having a different leather. Maybe this art or rubber. Do we have rubber? We do. Rubber dry. Okay, I'm gonna try that and drag this guy over here. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab, it's a smart material. Fantastic. So this is gonna be the bottom rubber. Okay. Oops. Rubber, not Robert. Okay. And then I'm gonna go give it a black mask and again add a color selection here, and this time we're gonna pick the bottom. Okay, now you can see that's where we have the rubber on the bottom. Okay. Alright. What else? We have the metal parts, right? So I'm gonna do that. Search for metal. Okay. Now we have a bunch of different metals. I'm just gonna go for something that is a little bit. Yeah, that one looks good. So I'm gonna drag it over here. It's also a smart material. Hopefully that's not too heavy to have all smart materials here and there. It's just 2 layers. I guess it's fine. Metal. Okay. And again, give it a black mask. And then we go for pick color here. Oops, pick color. And I'm gonna zoom in and click on the green parts. So those are gonna be metal, that's for sure. But also have to include those guys, right? So I'm gonna right click and add another fill, a paint layer, right? So this paint, I need to go select those metal parts. So we can use the selection tool here and select in the UV. I just click on these guys because they're also metal part, including the ones in front of the shoelace, right? Well, this guy here. All right, hit one button to go back to paint. You know what? I forget that one. So go back to selection. Oh, you know what? That one is okay. It's just got embedded in, so we have to tweak that model later on. Yeah, the model is having some trouble. Anyway, go back to 1. Now one last thing, I think it's gonna be the actual lace geometry itself. So that's gonna be some kind of like a fabric. Let me close that. Click on the folder. So you can see we're having a very organized structure, right? So one more thing, right? Fabric. Needed sweater, perfect. Drag this guy over. And again, if it's a simple a simple material, we can give it a group by Control G, and then we can call this lace. Not lac, lace. Okay, and right click and give it a black mask. And this time we add a paint layer because we don't have any ID for that, but it's very easy to grab anyways. So again, go to UV and just grab these 3, and we're done. So for the lace, of course, we need to repeat it a little bit more. To be repeated a little bit more, so I'm gonna go down here to the settings, and then we can go change the scale to make it repeat more, right? that's about the size I want to go for. Okay, so that's gonna be all the different materials we can block in on this model, right? Just to make our experience a little bit better, we could update our model and fix that. To do so, what we can do is go back to Maya. Then we grab our models. And you can see the problem here, right? So this one is getting embedded inwards. So what we do is just grab this guy and just drag it backwards, right, to tell it to not cover that, because it's gotten covered. I don't know why they're a little different. So that part is also got covered a little bit. So let's see. Drag it back. Okay. What else? I still don't know what's going on with that. So something here, like the list can be dropped in a little bit. We can deal with that later. Eventually, when we're done with the texturing, we can just bring this back to Maya, right? And then we can just move those vertices to match them with the texture. There's no problem with that. I think I can be okay with what's going on. All right. So when we're happy with the things we have tweaked, we just grab those models and export one more time. Okay, and we can replace that show low. Okay, now back here to substance. All we have to do is go to the edit and project configuration and go to file select, and we can choose the show low one more time. Okay, and open that and just say okay. And what it does is going to be able to reload everything, and now we can see the problem here is fixed. Okay, cool. All right, that's gonna be it for this video. We just blocked in the necessary materials. In the next one, then we can talk about how we can advance from what we have to give it some more interesting detail. Okay, see you next time.